In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. And the Tar Heels will get this season underway as toe meets leather. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Michigan State's offense will get the first swing of the game. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
The Spartans want to crank the tempo. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Now, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, they'll do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
And the Spartans are marching down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. Fighting off the defender. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. To the ground with the back. Tackle is made after the first down. No huddle offense to the line. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
Gets it out quickly. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
First down for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you've got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plunks it into the catch.
The Tar Heels headed quickly to the line. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to get it through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass, trying to get to it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking downfield to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's up to 41 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Peters. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Handoff from the gun. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Tar Heels are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the Hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Marshall was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins.
At the 16.
The type of performance Chad Pennington used to deliver in his days there in Huntington. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. A little release to the back. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Spartans want to pick up the tempo. Quick pass on the fly motion. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The give out of the gun. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Dalton. It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. It's a draw, and they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. They're trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
And the Tar Heels decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll do it himself. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
First down on the offense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. They'll put the tight end in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He makes the connection. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Offense, quick tempo. Leaves it with the back. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And now on first down after converting with the run. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. They'll line up for a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Right on target this time. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking downfield, it's Dalton. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And the Tar Heels in the hurry-up. On second down, wants to throw it. He's got it on the run. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's second and goal. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Now this offense is back on the field. Handoff to the lone back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And the Spartans want to move quickly. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide out in motion. Jet sweep trying to get the edge. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Spartans have their offense in high gear. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan State. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellows, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wants to throw. It's Dalton. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He looks that one in nicely. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Give him 88 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Wants to throw on third. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Tar Heels are in the hurry-up.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field? You got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
They're setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. On second down, looking to throw. Got the quick pass. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Got it set up on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Dalton. That ball came out a little late, and it was almost picked off. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They're bringing heat. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he's got it! Touchdown, North Carolina!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wants to throw on second down. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kenan Memorial Stadium.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be dragged down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Getting some heat. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll leave it with him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Spartans will hustle to the line. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. The field goal is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Dropping back, it's Dalton. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Now, I think when you're trying to throw against this guy, especially when he's in zone coverage, you got to anticipate the throws. You got to get it out before your receiver turns around to look, because if you're even half a second too late, he makes you pay with interceptions.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to add another.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up by 16 over the Sharks. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's going to pass on second down. Working that left side now. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense lining up quickly.
They're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after and was able to make the tackle for loss.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line. Off play action. Looking deep. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Dalton. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Offense gets set for second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Caught close to the marker, it's Fields. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
He's looking for a man on second down. Makes his connection. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw it again. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22. Back to throw. It's Dalton. Complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Tar Heels get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Trying to pick up a first down. Third down play from the gun. He's got it. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on fourth down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the fifth time today. He'll call for the fair catch here. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Quick release by the QB. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Spartans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fields. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Buys a little time. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Pass interference. Offense.
Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Quarterback now breaking the field. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. He'll start this drive firing. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he intercepts it. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Quickly complete. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They move to the 16. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Dalton. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got a man. It's Peters. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And here comes the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That makes North Carolina 31, Michigan State 7.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Using the quick game, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Going up top on first down. Snagged on the outside, it's Fields. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. On second down, wants to throw. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Quarterback empties his backfield. The throw. Got his man quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Spartans are rolling down the field. The aerial assault continues. Deep shot for the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees call it.
He caught it! And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Spartans!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence.
Oh, it's loose. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's got it and headed the other way, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
So that touchdown was big, but just as big, this 2-point conversion attempt to try to get it to a one-possession game. The snap sets up to throw. He's got it. 2-pointer is good, and now it's a 1-score game here deep in the 4th. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
And they'll take a knee.
And out of all the plays you wanted called in game 1, this is the one. You wanted the victory formation, take a knee, you know this ball game's over.
bitterly disappointing start to the season as they can't come up with a W and open 0-1.
And there's still so much room to improve for this football team. I know this is not the performance they were expecting here today, but there were plays to be made on the field. And David, I think moving forward, this team just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and when you see it on tape, and your coach has been preaching all camp about the mistakes, but now it's real. Now you got a loss attached to it, but a lot of conference play still ahead, a lot of opportunities to still have a successful season.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.